Welcome to the Good Life, where life is always good. My name is Kurt, and I want to thank you for joining me today on my journey home. If you are new, please drop me a sub and a like. And if you are returning, give me a like and spread the word. I really hope everyone has had a good week. That week has been pretty good. I had basketball last night, none tonight, and a couple games tomorrow night, and then I am done for basketball for the 2025 season unless a game gets added, but I don't see it happening, but who knows if one comes through, may accept it or may not. Hope everyone has purchased their, I'm not going to show you my numbers, hope everyone has purchased their tickets for the Texas Powerball. It is up to 1.2 billion with the B. And I know everyone who buys a lottery ticket has these dreams of what they would do if they win, and I don't know what I would do. I know one thing, my head would be spinning, and I would probably, I don't know, I won't be able to sleep for a few days because I will be such on a emotional high or emotional roller coaster. But one thing that I'm definitely am going to do is go get me a financial advisor. We're going to sit down and we're going to map things out for our future. But yeah, if you were to win this Texas Powerball, 1.2 billion, what would you do? Because Lord knows there's so many things that I want to do. That's why I need somebody to say, okay, well, look, we need to put you on some type of allowance where you'll have money in 10, 15 years. So, but yeah, I want to win. I'm such a loyal soldier that I actually enjoy going to work, and I would give them my full 2-week notice, and I would do that because I know that at that moment, after that 2 weeks, my life is changed. Now I got a lot of free time on my hand. At least with work, I had a structure every day. But yeah, I would do that. Some people would just, hey, I would quit, or I would go in my boss's office and tell them to kiss my ass. Not none of that. I'm gonna do it the right way. So yeah, you just got to be good to people regardless of your financial situation, because sooner or later, being ugly to people in that manner, it'll come back and bite you, which is a perfect segue to I finished the P. Diddy documentary on Saturday, and like I said in the previous episode, I am not a pop culture person, so you won't see me coming on here every week talking about who's dating who and housewives, all that stuff. I really don't care. But I think with this documentary, it warrants that, because this is something, especially if you were alive during that era of music, or I was in college at that time, so well, that was part of what we listened to was Bad Boy, Cash Money, No Limit, gosh, UGK and Outkast. All that. That's just what we listen to. But the late great Pimp C warned us of entertainers like P. Diddy. So if you know what he said, then yeah, you get it. If you don't, Google it, because it holds some truth to what he said. Yeah, but getting back to it, it was very good. So much I thought I knew what was going on, but obviously we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. But it was a lot. It was a lot, and according to 50, he's got some more that he's going to put on YouTube. So will he do it? I don't know. If he puts on YouTube, am I going to watch? Absolutely, because I watch YouTube all day. So it just be part of my normal routine. Woke up Monday morning and got on Twitter and saw that Rob Reiner and his wife Michelle were brutally unalived by their own son, which makes it even more tragic. Being a kid of the 70s and 80s, I spent so many Sunday afternoons watching All in the Family and the Jeffersons. I believe they came on Sunday night at, I want to say 7. One came on at 7, one came on at 7:30. I don't remember which one came on first, but that's just part of my childhood, was watching All in the Family, and I'll still watch it today. And I think on Peacock you can probably go back and watch all the episodes, which to me, what went on All in the Family, there are so many households in this country that have those same arguments that they were having on that show in the 70s. That show was just very impactful. You had this diehard Republican dad who was just hardcore Republican, and then you had Michael, his son-in-law, because his son-in-law and the wife, I want to say her name was Gloria. They lived with them, and Archie and Michael would just argue politics all the time. And I'm sure Thanksgiving and Christmas brought families together, and those same kind of arguments were, going on today. So just a very impactful show. But here's the part that, so after the show, you find out that Archie, I can't think of his real name now, but he was a Republican, and Reiner, he was a big time anti-Trump guy, and he was very open. And I remember right after the election, he said, "Hey, I'm getting off of Twitter, X, however you want to say it." And I went back and I looked, and he pretty much hasn't posted on there in almost a year. So he was true to his word on that. But he was very outspoken about the current administration and how they're tearing apart this country. So their daughter is the one that found them unalived, and it was her brother that did it. And there was Michelle Obama was on one of the late night shows. I want to say Jimmy Kimmel yesterday, and her and Barack was supposed to, I think, have dinner or some kind of outing with him and his wife. And I doubt that it would have been at the house, but just the fact that they were supposed to be together that night, gosh, that's just just a sign of how life changed, that Rob and Michelle was supposed to be with Barack and Michelle that same night that they were unalived, and rumor has it that they were at someone's Christmas party the night before and got into this big argument, Rob and his son, and it sounds like that was just a carryover. And supposedly his son had issues in the past with mental health and drugs. And gosh, just all over Twitter, the love and support, and just the amount of, his peers that came out and just were terribly heartbroken by this, and it was just a shocker. I want to say he directed or was part of the putting together of, if I'm correct, it was Lean on Me and several other movies. And his dad, Carl Reiner, he was big in the movie industry. So you just never know, and I just hate that. I hate that it happened, period. But by your own son, and then your daughter found you. It is sickening to think that that happened in the way it happened. Like, you expect for people to just die, just don't wake up, or have some a disease or something, but to have your throats slashed, oh gosh, I just could not imagine. So yeah, there's just a lot going on in this crazy world that we're living in. So, have you completed your Christmas shopping? Have you sort of putting together your Christmas menu? And are you going out of town? People come to your house? Me and mine, I think we're going to be at home. We're not going to Canada. Last year we went to a steakhouse with my parents and my sister, my son, and one of my son's girlfriend and one of my grandsons. They're going this year. I don't know. I don't think we're going to go. I think we're just going to stay at home and cook us something and just relax. It's a day off, and I am perfectly fine with that. So I'm pretty sure within the next day or so we're gonna put us together our Christmas menu, and yeah, that's my Christmas. New Year's probably be pretty much the same. Just sit at home. And last year, my wife and I, we were up and watching, I don't know, one of the channels, NBC or something, I don't remember, and we woke up and it was like 2:15. Like, oh shoot, we done slept through the new year, but we made it through the new year, and that's what's important. So I'm not this like I used to be in my 20s and 30s, go out, drink a lot, drive home drunk, and get home and do it again the next year. I am done with that lifestyle. But we're going to a Christmas party on Saturday night. It's my cousins, and I had mentioned it in a previous episode. I'm going to elect not to drink, or if I drink, I'll have one drink, and I will be going to the cigar shop. I believe I'm going to International Cigar International, however you see it. I'm going to go there and get me about 3 cigars, and I'm going to smoke with the guys and let my wife drink and do all the drinking games. And I know on our way home she'll be asleep because I'm always the driver, but I enjoy driving. And Saturday, we're going to get up and go to the Cowboy game. They play at noon Saturday, and she's going to a work event Saturday night. The Dallas Stars, our NHL team, is playing at home, so she's going to that. So she has a sports day planned for her on Sunday. But me, after the game, I'm going to come home and just kind of get ready for the week and probably drop another episode and play around in the garden. And that's it for the most part. I don't do a whole lot outside of work and going to sporting events. So tonight we check in on our cruise, our online check-in. I'm excited about that because today puts us 45 days out, and it's coming fast. I remember when it was 78, 79 days, and now we're down to 45, and this 45 is gonna be, we leaving next week. So, but yeah, we're going to designate the front room of the house as the y'all stay out of here. We're going to start putting stuff in there that we be purchasing on Amazon. So Amazon drivers are going to become very familiar with the address. So, all right, I am a couple minutes from home. I want to thank everyone for listening, and don't forget to drop me a sub and let me know about your Christmas plans, your New Year plans, your Christmas menu, and even your New Year. Even your New Year Eve menu if you decide to stay at home. Or maybe you're just gonna go to church, which is never ever a bad thing. So thank you for joining me on The Good Life, where life is always good, and I'll talk to you later. Peace out.